Alright, good afternoon, evening everyone. Welcome to today's break 129. It's a triple box break featuring a 21. Oh, hang on, I'll show you what it features instead of looking at the home screen anymore. Here we go, come on. It wants to. What's going on? There we go. Alright, so we have our 21 traders, which we'll start off with. Then we'll do our 21 Elite Hobby. And last but not least will be the 21 Elite Priority Box. So good luck everyone. We'll get stuck straight into it. Read off the team list for today. Broncos, Andy Lipton. Raiders, Mervyn Mulvaney. Bulldogs, Scott Crimo. Sharks, Adam Parsons. Titans, Matthew Madden. Manly, Terry Lynch. Storm, Andy Lipton. Knights, Rick Laws. Cowboys, Alicia Lolo. Eels, Mervyn Mulvaney. Panthers, Luke Hamilton. Rabbitohs, Richard Light. Dragons, Jared Rees. Roosters, Patrick Donovan. Warriors, Brad Ward. And Tigers, Stephen Halloway. So good luck to those. Don't forget, we do have more breaks listed on the website. If anyone is interested, we still have a 21 Elite case break, which is a case of hobby and a 21 Elite Priority Box. Yes, that's what I said, I believe. Yep. Where did I get it wrong? I'm sure that's what I said. Anyway, yes, you do have dragons, so let's get into it. I might have accidentally, but I've got you marked down for dragons in my multiple lists. Alright, so I'm not sure what our next Facebook break is, guys, so stay tuned and make sure you check it out. Alright, season to remember, Nathan Cleary for Panthers. Jake Turpin, parallel for Broncos. Ray Stone, Rising Stars for Eels. All good, I thought. George Williams, parallel for the Raiders. You'd have a nice silver collection at the moment, Scott, wouldn't you? Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, parallel for the Warriors. Patrick Carrigan, parallel for Broncos. Wildcard, Brian Kelly for the Titans. Jake Friend, parallel for Roosters. Tom Starling, Rising Stars for Raiders. Adam Reynolds, parallel for Rabbitohs. Retirement, Shannon Boyd for the Titans. Ben Hunt, parallel for Dragons. Clint Gutherson, season to remember for the Eels. Aaron Woods, parallel for Sharks. Wildcard, Jack Whiten for the Raiders. Elliot Whitehead, parallel for the Raiders. Star Tunes, Mikhail Ravalawa for the Dragons. Luciano Lailua, parallel for the Tigers. Rising Stars, Jake Avarillo for the Bulldogs. Ashley Taylor, parallel for the Titans. Club Hero, oh, here's a nice one, or one that's chased anyway. Cody Walker for the Rabbitohs. Kyle Felt, parallel for the Cowboys. Hamoli Olakatu, Rising Stars for Manly. I'm currently writing on Cade Cust, parallel for Manly. Rising Stars, Stephen Crichton for Panthers. Chanel Harris Tavita, parallel for Warriors. Season to remember, Hammer for Cowboys. Bradman Best, parallel for Knights. Almost halfway through our Traders box. Brendan Smith, parallel for Storm. Braden Trindle, Rising Stars for the Sharks. Eels parallel checklist. And this one marks halfway for the Traders. Clint Gutherson, wild card for the Eels. Isaiah Yeo, parallel for Panthers. Lachlan Lamb, Rising Stars for the Roosters. And Dylan Brown, parallel for the Eels. Mikhail Ravalawa, season to remember for the Dragons. Cody Walker, parallel for the Rabbits. Rising Stars, Tessie New for the Broncos. Dragons parallel checklist. Blake Brayley parallel for the Sharks. Our team wildcard, Bulldogs. Brian Kelly, parallel for Titans. Did you have one of them, Scott? Did you need one of them for your collection? Jackson Paulo for the Rabbitohs. No, I did not. It is good to hear that we won, but no, I did not. Hammer, parallel for the Cowboys. Cricket was just a sport I could never get into. I have enjoyed watching 2020s though. They're a bit more exciting than the cricket that was on when I was growing up. Stephen Crichton, parallel Panthers. But yeah, I never played cricket. I played baseball and league, a little bit of soccer. Yeah, definitely league and baseball are my two favourite. White Street Art for Broncos. And I don't even follow baseball anymore. Curtis Sirenen, parallel for Manly. Season to remember, Alex Johnston for the Rabbits. Rabbitohs. Lachlan Fitzgibbon, parallel for Knights. And what are we? Ninth last packet in the 21 Traders box. Rising Stars, Tanner Boyd for Titans. Jesse Bromwich, parallel for Storm. Junior Paulo, parallel for Eels. Sonny Bill Williams, season to remember for the Roosters. Tigers, parallel checklist. Star Tunes, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck for the Warriors. I turned off cricket when the players were going on like sport. Brat's about coming home, having. Yeah, with everything that was going on, yeah, don't believe anyone had the right to whinge and complain. Jerome Hughes, parallel for Storm, especially if you left the country after it started. If you were silly enough to leave afterwards, well, I'm sorry. Wildcard, Tom Trbojevic for Manly. Dylan Edwards, parallel for Panthers. And if you did have to leave for work, which theirs technically is, well, you had to expect to have to do quarantine. Like, plenty of you guys have been through quarantine that we know of. So, why shouldn't they? Connolly Loomy Loom. Rising Stars for the Cowboys. Alex Twal, parallel for Tigers. Hopefully we've got a few packets left in Traders, but we did pull the retirements earlier on. So Adam Clune, Rising Stars for Dragons. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of hope for these last two packets, but you never know. We could have a Legend Sig hiding. Black Street Art, Patrick Carrigan for the Broncos. Raymond Faitala Mariner, parallel for Bulldogs. Alright, and last but not least, Mr. Hammer, White Street Art for Cowboys. And Jared Ware Hargraves, parallel for Roosters. Alright. Next up is our 21 Elite Hobby Box. Just making sure, yep. Jared Reed's in it and watching, yeah. That's just letting you know, Jared, that your cases are on their way. He will be sending you the tracking shortly. He's got about 100 emails to send, so if he doesn't get to it till later on, be assured they are on their way and tracking will be there soon. 14 days, a couple of times, only as close contacts. Yeah. Alright, Jack Hetherington, Enforcers for the Bulldogs. Let's go. Captains, Clint Gufferson for the Eels. So I still believe there's a few golden tickets and one-of-ones left to be found, so you never know our luck. Tigers Ruby Checklist, number 24. Dylan Napa, parallel for the Bulldogs. Warriors parallel checklist. Rona Peters, Maori All Stars. Lindsay Collins, Enforcers for the Roosters. Jerome Luai, Maori All Stars. Blake Brayley, parallel for the Sharks. Dally M, Josh Adokar for the Storm. Isaiah Yo, parallel for Panthers. Millie Boyle, Enforcers for Broncos. Cody Walker, parallel for the Rabbitohs. Black Young Gun signature, Keely Davis for the Dragons. There we go. And that's number 17. So not too bad of a number out of 110. So yes, Jared Rees, Jamal Fogarty, parallel for Titans. Darius Boyd for the Maroons Master Series. James Tedesco, parallel for the Roosters. Blake Ferguson, parallel for Eels. Talisha Harden, Indigenous All-Stars. Jordan McLean, parallel for Cowboys. Ooh, game changers. We have Cowboys and Panthers. And number 43 and number 1. Whoa. Panthers. Yeah. Oh, and it's going to upset someone too. Scott Drinkwater, number 43 for the Cowboys. Because Mr. Jared Rees swapped Luke Hamilton Dragons for Panthers. Well, you know these risks. Number 43. And the big one out of the two, Nathan Cleary, number 1. Mr. Luke Hamilton. Well, that turned out to be a good trade for you, buddy. Alright. We've got 8 more packets. I believe we've only found 1 mojo so far. Dally M, Harry Grant for the Tigers. James Tarmo, parallel for Tigers. Jordan McLean, enforces for the Cowboys. Kane Evans, enforces for the Warriors. Blake Laurie, enforces for the Dragons. Hudson Young, parallel for the Raiders. I just want to remind everyone too that the golden tickets, if you have a 1-of-1 patch for your team, you don't actually get that with your golden ticket. Obviously being a 1-of-1, there is only one and they can't reproduce them. So for the normal master sets, there is a 1-of-1 replica. Yeah, there are. You can check out the 221s on the website at the moment. Tanner Boyd, Titans White Young Guns. Dad said he had a few questions about that. So I thought I'd clear that up for everyone. Jamie Chapman, Indigenous All-Stars. Yeah, you got the black young gun signature. Dragons is a popular team. Jerome Hughes, parallel for Storm. Alright, so this is our last packet for the hobby box, and to finish us off we have a white young guns, Nico Hines for Storm. I wouldn't have a clue, Dan, to be honest. I was keeping track, trying to keep on top of all the social medias and that, looking out for him. But yeah, honestly don't know. I'd have to say at least half have been found, and I would say that. Pardon? Yeah, well that's it. Jared, have you got any idea? You're normally on top of that. Jade, if she was watching, she's normally got a spreadsheet going. And unfortunately, asking TLA doesn't always get you. Yeah, all the Storm, Panthers, Dragons. Oh god. Cowboys, Knights, I think. Tino for Titans. Yeah, well, even 3K, but at least it's better than the original 4K Raz price. But I mean, yeah, well, Dad reckons 3K is too expensive still.
Well, I won't be selling a Penrith Master set out of the Master set for 3K.
Well, there you go. He won't be selling the Panthers Master set, team set, if we split it up, when we split it up for that much. So, yep, Tigers definitely. I remember that one, and Broncos possibly. Tyson Smoothie, Storm, White Young, Priority Young Gun, and that's number 31. Sharks come. Alright. Yeah, and in all honesty, it's probably fair that they only go up a little bit this year. Like the rest of it's all gone up in price, so there's probably going to be a little bit of a price jump this year. Aaron Clark, Titans Priority Young Gun, number 7. That's a nice one. Alright. Titan ringing true for always hits. Ooh, another Harry Grant, Daryl M for the Tigers. Will Hopewade, parallel for Bulldogs. Kangaroos, Boyd Master Series. Peter Hiku, parallel for Warriors. Jordan McLean, Enforcers for the Cowboys. Latrell Mitchell, Indigenous All-Stars. Dylan Brown for the Eels parallel. And our priority captains for this evening, Mr. Ben Hunt for the Dragons. Sorry, that way. And another number 17. Almost halfway in our priority box. We've found our 3 priority hits already. Oh, there we go. Nick Kotrick, White League Sensations. And that's number 61. The texture looks a bit faded, but that's a nice clean signature. So, anyway, that's for the Bulldogs. Mr. Crimo, do you have one of them for your collection, mate? Hopefully we can find something you don't have at least. Chance Nicole Clockstad, parallel for the Raiders. Obviously you would have preferred a black, but oh, he's got a few whites, has he? Oh well. Jack Etherington enforces for the Bulldogs. I'm trying, mate, I'm sorry. Oh, he's got 2. Alright. Well, it's better than the team. He wants to get 9 to fill a page. Oh, don't laugh at that. I know, yeah, I know of people that have 9 of each. Batil Vet Welsh, Maori All-Stars. More so of the older stuff than the new stuff, but yeah. Pardon? You know someone that's got a lot more than 9. Yeah. Angus Crichton, parallel for the Roosters. Yeah, the guy I'm thinking of and referring to, he likes to complete sets, but then he also likes to complete pages of just individuals. Yeah, Stephen Hancock, enforces for the Dragons. G'day Adam, welcome mate. An empty full page. Braden Hamlin Yulee, parallel for the Sharks. Afternoon Dylan, I didn't see you mate. I missed that one. Snuck in amongst everyone else. David Fafita, Indigenous All-Stars. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Woohoo! There we go. And this is one that I personally like, but good old Benji Marshall, Black Diamond, and number 3. Off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you who had the rabbits. So yeah, Benji Marshall, Black Diamond, number 3. Nice card. Congratulations. Cowboys parallel checklist. Alexander Brimson, parallel for Titans. It's not a bad priority box again, guys. We've got the White League Sensation and the Black Diamond. Braden Hamlin-Uele, enforcers for the Sharks. David Nofaluma, parallel for the Tigers. Our fifth last packet. Another Benji Marshall, Maori All-Star. We'll just slide him at the back, show off that black diamond for a bit longer, as long as we can. Cleary, parallel for Panthers. Samaya Matofa, enforcers for the Roosters. I think bunnies were traded. I don't know about that one. The only trade I remember was Sharks for Panthers, Dragons for Panthers. Josh Addo-Carr, Dalian for Storm. Damien Cook, parallel for Rabbitohs. Yeah, I don't think Richard traded. And last but not least for today's break, oh, it's our Ruby. I was wondering where you were. Jaden Brayley for the Knights, number 32. So we do have a lucky last every now and then. It's not always a dud last. Josh Addo-Carr, parallel for Storm. Well, a big thank you to everyone for joining us. Thank you to everyone that grabbed the last couple of spots over the last couple of days so we could break. And last but not least for today, we have a quick randomizer for our 2 Darius Boyd cards. As I've said before, many people were skeptical, don't really like the Boyd cards. I understand it, but me personally, if you collected the Smith cards last year, and there's a good chance you'll collect the Master Series next year, you'd hate to not have the middle set. Me personally anyway. I'd feel like something's missing. So on that note, we'll randomise everyone 3 times. 2, and lucky last, number 3, Adam Parsons with the Sharks, taking home the 2 Boyd cards. Alright, well, I'll take photos of all the numbered hits in tonight's break and post them up in the break post. Thank you once again to everyone, and we'll see you again soon.